Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, our channel. Today we're going to do a pick-up pile, so go ahead and focus on the three ahead of you. The left pile is orange. I know it looks a little yellow, blue in the middle, and green at the end. There, we're going to try that and see if that is easier for you to focus on if you have a hard time with the piles themselves. And we'll go ahead and start at 45 seconds for orange. This is for your soul energy assessment and guidance. We're going to pull from both masculine and feminine energy decks and New Orleans at the end. And we'll free pull some Frida advice as well. All right, if you picked pile number 1, you have Benton, creative luck. And we have the shadow side of Ul, focus. Benton, creative luck, origin Japanese. You'll experience an influx of positive coincidences soon, also called luck, especially in all things creative. Thanks to Goddess of Creativity and Luck, Benton appearing before you, use this as a sign to act on something you'd like to turn out in your favor. Then we have Ul, focus. We're going to err on the shadow side with that one. I'll read both. All right. Ul can be called upon when you need more focus and clarity in your life. No matter how harsh the terrain, Ul can get you through to where you wish to be. He can assist you with the stamina you need to complete a task when all around you there are distractions. On the shadow side, focus is generally a good thing. However, if we just focus on one thing and one thing only to the exclusion of all else, this can be an issue in the long term. We all know people who just focus on work and forget they have families or chase the almighty dollar without ethics. This is the shadow of being focused. New Orleans Oracle for the day is 23, success. Get it focused. All right, here we go. "23 breaks down to a 5. 5s are change. Success can often feel like a fleeting goal if we become too fixated on accomplishing a specific outcome in a specific way. True success is not measured by outer accomplishments, but by inner feelings that indicate personal growth and movement in the right direction. This card has shown up because although you may not have yet reached your goal in its entirety, there are many smaller milestones, signs, and opportunities you have experienced that are proof you have been on the right track. By remembering to take a moment to appreciate and celebrate these large and small markers, the energy of gratitude and inspiration will eventually lead you to where you want to be. It may help you realize that you may already be there and are ready for something new. All right, guys, at 3:33, that may mean something. If you've chosen pile number 2, you have Mazu, ascension. Oh, how perfect. Raw, power. All right. Mazu, ascension, origin Chinese. Just as goddess of the sea, Mazu guides sailors home from rocky oceans, she's guiding you to rise above the chaos of your life and situation to find your way back to your true self. Raw, power. The mighty Ra calls you to power up and become fully alive. When we feel depleted or powerless, this is not honoring our birthright. True power is always a pure and good force. Developing practices that enable us to increase our inner power, for example, meditation or spellcraft, can help us retain a good level of energy. This means we can feel empowered even under difficult circumstances. Ra also calls you outside to receive the blessings of the sun. We as humans need the sun's rays to set off essential chemical reactions in our body, such as the production of vitamin D. And without this, we can feel tired and even confused. Just slap on the sunscreen, guys, even if it's like 10,000 SPF. Shadow side of this card, which I will go ahead and read, but if this resonates for those that may be struggling with this, power can corrupt those who do not channel it well. Abuses of power can occur anywhere, within families, the office, within governments, and it is damaging on so many levels. Corruption empowers just a few, and is, of course, answerable to the laws of Ma'at and man. Always a good reminder. And the New Orleans oracle we have is number 5, which indicates change. Hold on, there we go. It had to focus. Elusive priestess. The elusive priestess is the embodiment of the obvious not being so obvious. She is an entity that you know, but may not have proof of, and the words that would allow you to make a clear-cut decision if only they were spoken aloud. The situation that you're thinking of has much learning potential for you. However, your focus has been placed on details that will not help you gain the forward movement you desire. What is your goal, and how can you work towards that goal within your own power? There are some immovable energies at work, and you will likely grow tired and irritable if you continue focusing your efforts in this current way. It is time to be flexible and acknowledge that there are additional ways to accomplish your goal, even if they are not what you consider to be the preferred way. The good news is that you have everything that you need to move forward if you're willing to let go of how you believed things should be. All right, it's 7 minutes. If you have chosen the third pile, green, you have Ran, focus, and you have Prometheus, altruism, but erring on the shadow side. Origin, Norse, Ran. You will easily attract what you want, so be careful what you wish for. Goddess of the sea, Ran, gives you the ability to focus easily, and that will help you become more magnetic. Prometheus, altruism. You're encouraged to make decisions or start projects for the good of all, and seek out healthy balance between self and others. Today we know how important altruism is, especially in a world that has grown as unequal as ours has. In a time of climate change and a bigger gap between rich and poor than ever, acting for the greater good and not just for our individual selves will not just be an ethical act, but one soon of survival. If you work with fire, for example, you are a firefighter. Prometheus would make a great protective patron who would honor you for your altruistic qualities. Potters are also favored by him. Prometheus's gift of torch of fire is still remembered during the torch relay of the Olympic Games. In the shadow side, one would think that there would be little shadow over a concept like altruism. Isn't helping the whole always a good thing? Isn't the education of all always a good thing? The shadow side can be revealed when you choose to help others solely for your own ends, or when you completely forgot your own closest responsibilities. If you're a passionate activist, perhaps it's easy to forget that your friends and family need you too, not just your cause. Also, what you may believe is the right way for all may not, in fact, be the case. For example, many indigenous cultures have been damaged by well-intending missionaries purporting their one true faith and a cultural way of life they feel is quote-unquote better. And your New Orleans advice is number 16, which breaks down to a 7. Focus, please. Companionship. Many times when we think of companionship, we immediately think of romantic connections. However, quite often the most fulfilling and enjoyable relationships that we experience are through platonic connections. At this time, you will find a healing energy through companionship with others. Allow yourself to create and experience new ways to connect with people. Perhaps joining a group of like-minded people to enjoy activities such as yoga, painting, dancing, or traveling would be a good place to start. Healing through the sharing of non romantic love can come in many forms. It's time to be open to all the ways that loving companionship can come into your life. There you go, guys. Have a great day.